medical intuitive and psychic. Welcome. I better say that again because me being me, I'm so hyper. Welcome to the show. It's called Dare to Dream on WGSN-DB Going Solo Network, radio, TV and podcasts. I'm your host, Graham Williamson, international medical intuitive, psychic and medium. And every other Wednesday, I hold my show. And today, this is about respect of mediumship. Respect to mediumship. That sounds very ambiguous. But my friend Cece, who's producer of the show, actually sent a lovely little email to me, and I'm going to read it out because I've been saying this for years, and it's nice to get confirmation. Mediums bridge the gap between living and the deceased. In other words, a medium is someone who is able to communicate with souls on the other side. Kelly White, a licensed psychotherapist and spiritual medium, says, however, contrary to popular belief, mediums do not speak to the dead. There is no such thing as death, White explains. There is only a transition from the physical being to the spiritual being. And the mediums are sensitive and intuitive enough to hear, feel, and see information coming from the other side. And I'll be perfectly frank, I've been saying that all my life. We don't talk to the dead. We talk to the spirit, that which animates our physical beings. We are spirit having a human experience. We are here for a finite time as physical, but our spirits are infinite. I have no clue how long I've been around this universe on whatever plane. I just know I've been on this earth for 67 years and a bit. And I celebrate every single day that I'm given the opportunity to share with you, the viewer, listener, because I feel it's very important that we don't forget people who have disabilities, which is every single one of us. You know, you can see somebody with a missing leg or a missing hand, missing whatever's missing, or an injury to the physical body and the brain is working 100%. They're all disabilities, but that doesn't define us. What defines us is the so-called normal people, those everyday people that you see walking around you, interacting with everything, is how they interact with people with disabilities. And don't forget, every one of us have a disability. We're all psychics, and a lot of us are mediums, but some of them haven't acquired the ability to recognize mediumship. A lot of people recognize psychic work, but not mediumship. And I was talking to a very gifted medium friend in a famous place called Casadega in Florida. And was it yesterday? Yeah. Yep. You see, the days just merge, and that's my cat, by the way. And we were talking about how the physical has to repair itself, but it can't do it on its own. You know, there's a natural ability of breathing, hearing, seeing, feeling, and everything. But how you feed your body and your spirit and your mind, because they're different things, matters. It's attitude of mind, attitude of spirit, an attitude of being. And you have to respect the physical as well as the spiritual. We all know about belief systems and religion, and each to their own. But we're all under the one race in this world, and that's the human race. And we're all born here to learn about ourselves. What's our purpose in life? And being a medium for me is no different of being a plumber, carpenter, shopkeeper, shop owner, manufacturer, whatever job you have in this world. Do you enjoy doing it? I enjoy being a medium and a psychic, a medical intuitive. I had a funny occasion on Saturday. I was helping out doing readings in a busy cafe in Mount Dora, the one flight up, and 4 ladies just before 7 o'clock. Now I'm supposed to finish at 8. These 4 ladies had just had a drink, a social drink, nothing bad, and they saw some items that I displayed for my wife, some of her bracelets that she makes, and then somebody saw the sign that said medium. Oh, you want a medium, said one to the other. Well, I ended up doing all 4 ladies 15 minutes apiece, 7 till 8 o'clock, exactly. And 15 minutes each, as close as it could possibly, without looking at the clock more than once. The start. Then at 8 o'clock, I said, that's it, all done. I'm done. They were amazed at what I'd given them. Evidential mediumship, intuitive medical. And I'm not a qualified doctor, medic in any shape or form. I evaluate situations from other people, from their energy that comes into me and what I pick up. And it activates something inside of me. And I can say, oh, you go back at it. Oh, what? One of the ladies had boots on, and I couldn't see them at all until after I stated this to her. I said, this boot on your foot, your right foot, is so tight, it's stopping your circulation. Your foot's going numb. But hang on a minute. And she stuck her foot out and she got this pair of boots on. I'd have been proud wearing them as a ice skater or speed skater because her boot was so fixed to her foot. It was always molded to the shape of her foot. But it was too tight. You see, she wasn't respecting her own body. She wasn't taking care of herself. You see, being a medium, you have to look after the body, mind, and spirit. All the time. We're human, yes, but we're spirit having a human experience, as I just said before. And this means I have to be careful of my physical as much as my spiritual self. I fail at times because I'm human and I'm experiencing things. But it's like this show, Dare to Dream. I dreamed of always wanting to do a show to help people understand what a medium is about. It took a long time to be here today. But every second before I actually came here to do my show was a lesson. This is a lesson as well. It's because I've respected my past. I've respected who I am. I'm Reverend Graham Williamson. I'm a medium. That means I allow spirit to work through me. I'm just a conduit. A medium is a conduit of spirit working through to the higher vibration of my physical self. And it picks up all the senses, activates them. And I don't think about what I'm saying when spirit are working through me. It's like my conscious self is asleep. You see, when you work with spirit, they know the answers, they know what they're going to do. We as mediums step aside within ourselves and allow them to work through us. And it's built by trust and respect of one another. I have set rules for spirit. You don't disturb me when I go to bed unless it's life or death. I tell them, quite simple. No, that's it. I'm going to bed. Thank you for getting me through the day. And if you need me in an urgent situation, wake me up. But otherwise, I need my space. Like today is a happy occasion for me and my wife. It's our 20th anniversary. 20 years we've been married. We had a terrible before we met life. We've both been married before. No, more than my wife. But because of our past, we have learnt what makes us happy and what we will or will not tolerate. What we do is respect ourselves to respect each other. Unconditional love. And that's what I give spirit as well, unconditional love. Because my guides come from the spirit realm. They know my energy, they know my light, as we call it. It is what it is. If they didn't want to work through me, I wouldn't be a medium. It's as simple as that. But we do not talk to the dead. The dead means the body. As Kelly White stated, quite simple. We do not talk to the dead. We talk only to the spirit. In fact, they talk to us after we allow them to work through us. We have to go through intent, purpose, and calm our energy down enough. So, well, I like to be half asleep when I'm working with spirit because it's easy to just switch off and let it work through me. Or them work through me. My apologies. You see, because they are living entities. They're alive up there watching us, helping us, trying their best to communicate to us in many different ways. As my friend just said earlier about her relative that had passed, and she was on her show, and she felt somebody touching her, and then found out afterwards that this relative had passed away, because they don't stop living as beings. They stop living as physical bodies. So the longer you look after yourself, respecting your body and respect your intent, your spiritual self, your purpose, the better your life will be. It can prolong it. So I hear, by meditation and healthy living and exercise and all the rest of the good stuff. But you have to put effort into it. Nothing is for free. Now look, grass never grows on a busy street, I was told as a young man, and I didn't understand that. But I always think it's the power of the mind. This is my excuse for me, nobody else. So don't take umbrage if you got air and saying grass doesn't grow on a busy street. I'm talking about myself. So you see, I can laugh at myself because I've been there. I've done that. I've seen things and done things I'm not proud of. But in order to be here today, I had to experience all those things in the past. Every single thing. And you cry out and say, but why did you do this? Why did you do that? I had no clue at the time. It was experience. It wasn't my purpose to cause disruption, heartache, pain, or whatever I caused, or love, empathy, compassion. All those things come by experience. You're born with so much ability within you. As I said earlier, everybody's a psychic, but not everybody's a medium. It's because you have to raise your own vibration, your intent to work with spirit within yourself. And when you unlock those inner doorways or barriers, it's amazing how your life changes. Now, as I say, it's my 20th anniversary. I came here December 2001. It was difficult to come over because of 9/11. And yet I watched it and I felt the compassion of the world at the loss. But those people, the spirit of every one of those people, some don't know that they passed, some do. It's the ones that don't know that they've passed that mediums can help the families understand that the physical's gone, yes, and our heart goes to you. But remember one thing, the spirit never dies. You can talk to all those loved ones. They are with you all the time. Now remember one thing, there is no time as we know it in spirit. It's different. I don't know how to explain it better. I'd like to say the word linear, but I'm not too sure. It's what it is with spirit. There's no past, present, or future. It's just the now. And spirit know when to communicate through us, to use us in a good way, how to pass on their feelings through the medium to loved ones. Through my message on this show, those who've lost loved ones through whatever reason, including suicide, you're not alone. Those people will learn the point of their being, their spirit. They will evolve. They will evolve into the light, because that's where we all come from. I've become a rescue medium as well. For those people who died traumatically, did not know that they'd passed over. I have to show them my light compared to theirs. It takes a lot of learning and respect of my mother, my grandmother, my grandparents, everybody involved in my past. I have to respect the lineage, because this is why I'm here, to help people who have passed for whatever reason. And respect is earned. I know, I tell my family and friends, I am never going to breach the confidence in confidence when I talk to a recipient. I'm not going to bring any negative message to anybody. If it's too severe a message that's negative, I either won't read or change the topic entirely. I will ask Spirit to change the topic entirely, because I'm not giving negative. But there's ways round of giving a negative message to people, and that's respectfully. Like, something's wrong with somebody's eye and they're losing their sight. You can't say to a recipient, hey, you're losing your eyes, you're going to go blind. Give me a break. What I would say is, hey, do you wear glasses? When was the last time you had your eyes checked? Even if you don't wear glasses, when did you last have your eyes checked? It's always good to have your eyes checked every year. And that's a fact. It's prevention. And they'll go, yeah, I never thought of that. And then I've had clients coming back, recipients coming back and say, you know something, I did need some glasses, or they found a problem or whatever it was. And they say, thank you. If I hadn't have gone then, I could have lost my eyes, my sight. I don't know how I do what I do. I don't want to know the actual mechanism of what I do. I just want to respect the ability I have of reading myself when spirit are working through me, and convey their intent through my physical body to you. Best way of doing it is when you walk into the room for the first time, you've never been in this house or party or whatever it is, and you feel comfortable. From the minute you walk through the door, you say, hey, this is not bad, I'm going to stay here. But you can also feel something wrong here. I don't like the energy. Something that's cyclic. Your body's telling you physically it's right or it's wrong. But do you listen? Exactly the same applies to mediumship. Do you listen to your inner self? Do you listen to your guts? Do you listen, Spirit trying to use me again, to your intuition? Everybody has intuition. The more you use it, the more gifted you become. I'm not even grabbing hold of the ladder. I'm just at the base looking at a ladder. And I've been doing this all my life. I always want to be at the bottom to help people go up, to educate them, to show them that life is what you make it. And this is why Dare to Dream is so important to me, and I hope it becomes important to you. And it wouldn't be possible if it wasn't for the WGSN-DB Going Solo Network, Radio, TV and Podcast. I'm your host, Reverend Graham Williamson, International Medical Intuitive, Medium and Psychic. And I would like any of you that watches this show to actually, there you go, there's all the information. I would like you to email me to the Brit77hotmail.com. That's THEBRITT77 at hotmail.com. Send me an email or go to my website, Medium Graham Williamson, all one word. And the Graham is GRAHAM Williamson.online. That's my website. Or you can call me on 352-409-1060. Please leave a voice message. But if you come into the room during my show, we start at 5 o'clock till 5:45, you can actually write things down. You can ask me a question. I don't give personal readings in depth. I just demonstrate. And I say, I am not a doctor when I use medical intuition. I evaluate from my body due to the energy we share. Spirit, help me and tell me what it is I'm picking up, and I pass it on to you. But please, I would like you to like, comment, and share. Because the more you share, the more other people learn about. There's no such thing as death of spirit. Only physical body passes away. In my home here, I've been here now 20 years and a bit, I have never been so blessed to see, feel, and hear spirit wandering around. We've got a fireplace with a tile on it, just a normal tile, but on it is a face of a lady. She sometimes wears a fur coat or a fur wrap around her head, and she's always smiling. I've seen people walking up the stairs. One of the first people I ever saw in this house when I first came over, I think it was about January, and I said to my wife, can you remember a lady, I described this lady with an apron and all this. She said, oh yeah, that was my grandmother. Oh, she's just gone up the stairs. And the animals in the house are always looking around. You know, it's quite funny watching animals do that. But it also shows by the animals' reactions, whether it's a positive and a negative. We all are governed by positive and negative because we are magnets. As I said in the previous show, we are bar magnets, top to bottom. We've got this energy field that flows through us from the earth, from spirit, wherever it originates. I'm not 100% sure because nobody's defined it, but I'll say it's from spirit. Spirit worked through us. And the more you are in tune with them, the stronger your energy field is. And by respecting yourself physically, you can respect your mediumship gifts. You can respect your psychic gifts, your intuition, and your belief of knowing. I was told a while ago about what's your belief about life after death? Do you believe in it? I said, no, I don't believe in it. I know there's life after death. I've seen it, heard it, felt it. I've even smelt it, the flowers, the lilac, my wife smelt it. I've smelt it from other scents and aromas. Sometimes it's not very pleasant, especially if somebody passed away who smoked a lot. Sometimes they come around and you smell the smoke of a particular brand of cigarette. We don't smoke, and we don't like smokers in the house. And we have to say, please take it away. We don't want it in the house, but thank you for popping in. And it goes. Because it's a memory that spirit are using in your head of past events, past situations, past people that you've known and loved. All those memories, spirit activator, including the nose, and the taste, and the hearing, and the feeling. But to do that, you've got to be honest with yourself. You've got to learn about yourself. When I normally do my shows, I'm going to start on a new track in a second. After the break, I'm going to change the subject slightly. So we'll take a quick break and we'll be back in a couple of minutes. So don't disappear and See you soon. Okay, Cece, let's have the break. Welcome back to Dare to Dream, and I'm your host, Reverend Graham Williamson, International Medical Intuitive, Evidential Medium and Psychic, and we're on WGSN-DB, Going Solo Network, radio, TV and podcasts. I'll be here until 5:45 today, and I'm on every other Wednesday. If you want to contact me, you can do the email, which is thebrit77, that's TheBritt77 at hotmail.com, or you can contact me to my website, Medium Graham Williamson, all one word. The Graham's Graham Williamson.online. That's my website. Or you can call me on 352-409-1060. Please leave a voice message and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Because your comments, your views, your sharing matter. And I did say just before the break that I want to change the track a little bit. Psychic mediums are the new wellness coaches of today, because we want to share knowledge. We want to share growth, spiritual growth. We want to share healing and the pursuit of knowledge. Now, the knowledge is self-enlightenment, because something in your mind, your subconscious, superconscious, whatever you want to call it, clicks onto things and you instinctively know that's going to be helpful. Or no, I've done that, or no, I don't want that, or yes, I do. Whatever works for you. Mediums are conduits. And there's been many famous mediums. For example, I'm just going to pull one out there. Edgar Cayce. He was a renowned early medium many years ago, and he was a prolific automatic writer and speaker. He shared knowledge from the spirit realm, and he had people writing the words down, making books on his behalf, and he checked them and shared them with many people. He's one of the most renowned and respected mediums because he didn't do it for himself. He was here for you. He was here for every person on this earth. If we can get the knowledge out to other people, even those that live in the desolate areas, the bleak areas, snowed up areas, sharing knowledge is what makes this world safer for a lot of people. But it's what you do with that knowledge, the respect of the knowledge, respect of the human race, I'm not a scholar, but I found out I'm very inquisitive. I love learning. As I say, I've been doing this mediumship all my life, but I'm finding new labels, new ways every single day of doing something slightly different, tweaking it if you want. It's like a computer program. And you're always adapting it. You're always making it better. You make it better so other people can evolve, find their own life's purpose. Because we all come on this earth as spirit into a human body to learn a certain set of experiences. Consciously, subconsciously, we have no clue. A lot of people, when I was a child, used the phrase déjà vu, which means I think I've done that before, or I know I've done that before, even though consciously you know you haven't. It's just something is triggered. Well, my belief is when I was a spirit looking down on this earth and said, I want to experience this physical body and that particular experience. So I came into this physical body, into this world, 67 years and a bit ago, for this moment to see déjà vu. I remember this. Whatever it is, you see a dog walking past you or a cat or a noise, and you remember it from somewhere. It's because you were in spirit form looking down saying, now I know why I didn't jump out of my skin sometimes when that big noise happened or excuse me, or something wonderful happens and you feel your heart racing. Because your knowledge is everlasting. But what good is it if you don't share it? You can't keep everything to yourself because somebody across the road may be blind and can't read the books that you've read, or deaf and can't hear the voices that could help them have a better life. Or the person that's got no legs can't cycle, can't get around, or missing hands, or missing whatever. Respecting one's own purpose in life is about giving and sharing that love, that knowledge, that information. They say we can't grow if we don't share. We can't heal ourselves unless we give. And you can't ever take a step forward unless you open your heart. Because knowledge, for me, is beautiful. When I was a child, my stepfather had the Encyclopedia Britannica. Now I'm 10 years of age, 10 years of age. And these books are so thick, they're like cabinets all in one book. But if anybody's had the full set of Encyclopedia Britannica back in the 60s, you'll know what I'm on about. They're huge. But I devoured them. My father loved learning, taking exams. And I'd be, what's this mean? What's that mean? What's this mean? And I was going on journeys into these books. And some of the things clicked. Now, all my family nurse in some form or another. And I said, there's no way when I get older will I ever be a nurse. Will I ever be a doctor? I just didn't want, it just wasn't me. But because of my experience as a child going onto wards with people with physical and mental disabilities and going into hospitals to help people who didn't have visitors, especially now I'm a reverend, I was actually nursing their spirit. So spirits had a laugh at me all my life. I forgot to say what type of nurse I wanted to be. I nursed the spirit. That's the only thing I'm qualified at, nursing the spirit. I don't have any paperwork to say I'm qualified to do ABC in medical field at all. No. But by experience, by my knowledge, by my love of what my parents did to help other people, and both my grandparents, my grandfather, my nana, and my mother were all mediums in some form or another. And because of what they gave me, the joy of living, the knowledge, I want to pay on my respect for my past, my family that has passed before me. The mediums that are in my lineage, I don't know who they all are. I can't say A, B, C and say all the names, but I know there's a long line of them because I come from my mother, her mother, her mother, her mother, and so it goes on. The lineage is unbelievable. But we're all one human race. We're all one being. We belong to the divine energy that activates our souls. But we have a choice of what we do with it. This is the most important part you're going to learn. You have a choice. You have a choice to be yourself. For yourself, to enable others to learn from you. But you've got to give it unconditional. Because I dared to dream when my mother did that sampler behind me. It's quite easy to see. I point to it every show just about. Because I was a coward until I left the Royal Navy. I did 14.5 years. I was a shy, introverted, bookworm, comics and everything. Joined the Navy. I had to go, yes sir, no bags. Yes sir, no sir, 3 bags full sir. For 14.5 years. But the day I left the Navy, I went, I'm free. I've done things, I've learnt things. And from that day on, I have never looked back in a negative. Because I respected the gifts of mediumship within me. And it has enabled me to help so many people. I dared to dream, my dream as a child, I want to help people. Do you want to help people, viewer? Do you really want to help people? Or do you want to be selfish? But that's your choice. You see, every moment of your life is of a choice. You can take the easy way, the hard way, I don't care way, whatever you want to call it. But what are you doing with your life? Does it have a purpose of making other people happy, as well as yourself? Can you say, I have fed thousands of people and had a joke with most of them? I did for 14.5 years. Every cook ever had, every cook you've ever known has had abuse in some form or another. Well, imagine it 14.5 years on a Royal Naval vessel or land base, and you get thousands of guys going past you 4 times a day for the meals. And 95% of them are critics about food. I learned the repartee, to throw back as they gave to me. It enabled me to be quick on the uptake of the positive or negative energies that they had when they came past my counter to get the food. You see, every minute of every day, I'm learning different ways of communication of my gifts with people. I can laugh and joke and tell people off in a good way. I can show people how to be true to themselves in a nice way. One of the best things I ever did was telling a grumpy guy going past me when I was a cashier in Publix. I told him, thank you. I thought I was in a bad mood until I met you. You made my day brilliant because I thought I was grumpy. You are in a worse place than me, so that makes me happy. He stopped and he looked at me and says, are you taking that, pulling my leg? I said, no, I thought I was in a bad mood. I was grumpy for me. But this guy was even worse. So I thought, hey, somebody's worse off than me, so I've got to make him happier. And I did. I pulled the rug out from under him emotionally. Then he went, I'm sorry. He said, yeah, I shouldn't be taking it out on you. My apologies, sir. All because I said to him, thank you. I thought I was grumpy. It's amazing what you can do when you respect your own abilities. And those of us that are mediums, you have to respect it even more. I'm sorry for my little dog walking back and forth, just getting himself comfortable. But you see, this is what life's about. This is what being mediumship is about. It's learning every minute of every day and we can never be complacent. The more you learn, the more you want to learn. The more you help, the more you want to help. The more you heal somebody's spirit, the more you evolve. And the reward is seeing somebody who's been depressed smile in their eyes. You know, that way, let's go. Excuse me. And it's amazing when you see that light coming back on. I talk to people who have PTSD because of my military service. I wasn't in combat. And I take my hats off and salute all those in combat, past, present, and future. But I sit and listen to combat veterans. And as they're speaking, I throw my little bit in. And at the end, they're laughing. Because I respect what they went through. I feel what they went through. And yeah, it's horrible for veterans. But remember, they're human. Their spirit having a human experience that went to war, came back, and it's emotionally damaging them. But they can be repaired, a lot of them. Not all. As I say, I'm no doctor, I'm no psychologist or anything like that. But if I can make that person feel human again today, then that is respecting my mediumship. Because I have the ability to be empathic to them. To everybody I meet, I have a lot of empathy. And yeah, I'm a loss for words sometimes. Yeah, me. I'm a loss for words. But my actions speak louder than my words. People, when they hear me, they say, you're crazy. But you're a nice crazy. You're this, you're that, or the other. Yeah, and whatever's needed. Because I don't limit who I am. I have expectation. I have purpose, intent, empathy, compassion, love, laughter. More than anything else in my life. The rest of it, there's always a negative. You have to have negative in your life, but you have to decide which side you want to be, positive or negative. That's your choice. But respecting yourself and your mediumship abilities comes from learning about yourself. Now, I'm your host on Dare to Dream, Graham Williamson. And this is WGSN-DB Going Solo Network, Radio, TV and Podcasts. Okay, and if you want to contact me, you've got 3 ways at the moment. thebrit77@hotmail.com by email. That's THEBRITT77@hotmail.com. My website, all one word, mediumgrahamwilliamson.online. That's GRAHAM Williamson.online. Or you can contact me by telephone 352-409-1060. But please like, comment, and share my videos, because the more we share, the more knowledge we can give to other people. Now, we'll be closing soon, but I want to say this. I've enjoyed sitting here talking to you. And thank you, Sam. It's wonderful that you actually stated it. And you helped me, each of you. Please come in 2 weeks' time, 2 weeks today. I start at 5 till 6:45. Sorry, 5 till 5:45. 2nd of February, starting at 5 p.m. Yeah. Come and join me and spirit. And you'll be amazed at what you find within yourself. And I want to thank Cece, my producer, who's sticking in the back. Come on, Cece, stick your head round just before we go. This lady deserves praise if she'll come on camera. I don't know if she will or not, but we're about to close. As I say, my next show is Wednesday, 2nd of February. There she is.
Yep, I showed that one.
It's brilliant. She has helped me evolve into doing this show. And she
It's a great show.
And I want you to say, see you next week. No, 2 weeks. I'll get my teeth all mixed up. Can I have new dentures, please, Cece?
We're so excited about coming back, right? So we want to, but it's every 2 weeks. So
Every 2
it'll
weeks.
be on February the 2nd. We'll be back.
And please like, share, and comment.
Yes.
We need you. And join the WGSN-DB Going Solo Network and radio, TV, and podcasts. There's umpteen ways of communication through this website. You'll love it. I'm your host, Dare to Dream, Graham Williamson, International Medical Intuitive, Evidential Medium, and Psychic. And I want to thank you for listening and watching.
Okay, bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.